รีบเร็วมาไวไปโรมส่งกองกองใจนา
ICRT 100 FM, your international choice, your international radio station. And I do have a caller on the line who is in Burma right now, and he is a world traveler. However, because he's calling from so far away, I don't even know if we'll actually get him on the line. Hello, Antonio, can you hear me?
Yeah, man. How are you doing?
Oh, good. I'm so glad that we got you on the line. So where are you now exactly?
I am in Manila in the Philippines, and I'm attending paramedic school.
You're in Manila in the Philippines, and you're attending paramedic school.
That's right.
So you're learning to be a paramedic.
Yeah, actually a field combat medic, because I'll be going back to Burma to work in the war zone as a combat medic with the Army.
You're going to work as a combat medic with what army?
The Shan State Army. It's one of the rebel armies that fights against the Burmese government in Burma.
Okay, so you're going to be a medic with the Shan State Army in Burma. Now, you are not Burmese. You're not a Shan tribesman. So how is it that you came to fight with, or I shouldn't say fight, but, work alongside...
To render humanitarian aid.
Okay, to render humanitarian aid to the rebels there in Burma.
I've been working as a journalist in Southeast Asia for about 6 years, and tribal people, tribal issues is one of the areas I focus on. Mm-hmm. And so I've known about these guys for a number of years. I've lived with them in different temples and studied martial arts with them in other parts of Asia. And then I finally hooked up with the Army last year, and when I got in there and I saw the genocide was happening, and that nobody from outside is sending them any aid. The UN won't help them. Save the Children won't help them. The Doctors Without Borders won't help them. They're just on their own in there.
All right, so you're going to go and help them with some medical care. So that seems like a very Che thing to do, right?
I hope so. I hope it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, so you are originally from Brooklyn, New York, and your first profession was as an investment banker.
That's correct.
So why did you leave a high-paying job in New York behind for adventure and, danger in Asia?
I got to ask myself that every day. The thing is, I was making good money and I saw a nice career going, but what I also saw was I was getting further and further away from every one of my childhood dreams I'd ever had. Mm-hmm. When you were a kid, you dreamed of being an astronaut, a cowboy, a fireman, yes. And suddenly I realized I was never going to be any of those things.
I see. So you decided to pursue your childhood dreams and look for adventure. And what did you find when you left New York and you went to Asia?
Well, the first place I went was Taiwan, and I lived in Kaohsiung, and I studied Chinese.
The first place you went was Taiwan. You came here to Taiwan, and you went to Kaohsiung, studied Chinese.
And and then I moved to China, and I lived at the Shaolin Temple.
You studied Kung Fu at the Shaolin Temple?
That is correct.
That's pretty impressive. So can you do, amazing things? Can you,
I'm pretty amazing. I mean, I'm 40 years old. I still fight professionally from time to time. I've been doing martial arts for about 29 years or something like that.
I see. So you've been doing martial arts. So you came here to Taiwan. You learned some Chinese. You went to Shaolin Temple in China, and from that point, you went on to where? To Burma or any other stops?
Burma's much later in the story, but yeah, I was working in Thailand. I was living in a monastery studying Muay Thai, and a lot of the monks were from Shan State, and I was like, oh, tell me about your home, and they're like, oh, the army comes, they burn our villages, they rape the women, they kill people, and I didn't realize it's like 2 million Burmese refugees, spread out all over this conflict, and so I really wanted to get in there and see it with my own eyes.
And what did you see?
It's terrible, man. There's little islands of safety where the rebels have laid landmines, and they got rebel soldiers there, and there's civilians flock to these places for safety. There's like 1,000 orphan children living in this one camp, the one that I work in. So I've been going through with a video camera, getting people to tell me their story, and I've been posting the videos on YouTube so that the world could see it, for free. Obviously, nobody pays me to do that.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Kind of video documenting your experiences there in Burma and, working alongside these Shan rebels who are fighting against a very oppressive Burmese regime.
That's correct.
Wild.
Yeah. And the most recent video was my video review of the movie Rambo 4. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but
that sounds more along the lines of humor, Antonio.
That was one of the more more fun Burmese things I've done. A lot of this stuff is so depressing, you know.
Yeah.
So being here in the Philippines now, I'm doing a book called Pinoy Paramedic, which is all about my experience of going through paramedic training in Manila, which is, you know, it's a lot more. I can have a lot more fun with it than my Burmese stuff.
All right. So you are an author and a world traveler, and you sounds like you've had a lot of amazing adventures in Burma, now in the Philippines, and working on your book Pinoy Paramedic. And this is going to be the latest book, and you've written some other books, including Monk from Brooklyn.
Yep.
And Adventures. I'm sorry.
Adventures in Formosa.
Adventures in Formosa. So that would be here in Taiwan.
Yeah, that would be my Taiwan book. It's a book of assorted adventures in Taiwan. Like, I rode my bicycle all the way around the island, and I lived with the Kung Fu team.
I'm sorry, wait. You're breaking up a little bit. You lived where?
Oh, I lived with the Kung Fu team, and I was the first foreigner ever to do that, to go live with the national Kung Fu team in Taiwan, and rode my bicycle all the way around the island, did some stuff in Taroko Gorge. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
So your adventures in Formosa are chronicled in the book, Adventures in Formosa. And you also have your story about being from Brooklyn and becoming a monk, and monk from Brooklyn, and now working on Pinoy Paramedic. Now, all these books are going to be available, or are available at Amazon.com, but you also have your own website. And the web address is SpeakingAdventure.com. Speaking Adventure, all one word, right?
That's correct.
Okay,
yes.
so you can go to speakingadventure.com, or you were telling me you can get on YouTube and enter in your name, Antonio Graceffo, which is Graceffo, and you can find some of your clips that you've posted there on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got the whole series on Burma is on YouTube, and then I have a little web TV show called Martial